Today I'm going to make some restaurant quality red wine sauce. I'm going to use some broth. You can use beef broth or chicken broth. Mine kind of looks like jelly because I made mine homemade a couple days ago. And I'm going to use some Merlot. You could use Burgundy, you could use port wine, a sweet port wine. You could use a Cabernet. I'm going to use some tomato paste, a couple bay leaves, 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use this celery, carrot, and onion. And since I'm making this for some grilled steaks, I'm going to use this meat to start it off with. This is some fresh pork side or bacon that has not been cured. So we're going to use that. We're going to use some salt and maybe some flour and butter. We'll see. Let's get started. I have my 2-quart pot over medium heat. I'm going to add the pork to this. I'm going to let this cook up a little bit and let it brown. Well, that's cooked over medium heat about 7 minutes, and it's starting to get brown and there's fat in there. Don't worry, we're going to take the fat out. I'm going to add the 2 bay leaves, the carrots, the celery, and the onion. We're going to cook this 2 or 3 minutes. I changed pots to just a little bit larger one. And this is cooked 5 minutes. I'm going to add the 4 cloves of garlic. And 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm going to stir this in and just cook this 2 minutes. Okay, the garlic that I added, the 4 cloves of garlic and the tomato paste has cooked for 2 minutes. I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar. It's not very much sugar. I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. Beef broth would be fine, but since I had homemade chicken broth, I'm going to use that. 3 cups, which is practically the whole bottle of that wine. And I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. This has been simmering away just like this for 1.5 hours. 90 minutes. I'm going to take it and strain it. So we will strain this. It reduced by at least 1/3. Strain it the best you can into a bowl. I took the mixture out of the bowl and put it into this cup. It's a defatting cup. It takes the fat out. And there's not a whole lot of fat in there because when you use paper towels, it really strains out a lot of the fat. That fat gets absorbed. Next, you want to take your defatted sauce and pour it into a clean pan, a fresh pan. And it's pretty much defatted, and we want to bring this to a simmer. This is reduced down by about 1/3. It was 2 cups, a little over 2 cups when we put it in there. I'm going to go over here, and here I have 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. I'm going to mix this up. And you do not have to do this, but if you want to thicken your sauce a bit, this is a great way to do it. So just get this all mixed up. We will take about half of this and stir it into our sauce here. Once you have that stirred in, it gets a little bit thicker. You can add more or whatever you like. I added about half of it. It's not very thick. I don't want a real thick sauce or anything. And now you want to taste for salt, because we never did add any salt to this. And of course it needs some. So just use your judgment and add a bit of salt there. And you have about 1.5 cups of wonderful red wine sauce for your steaks.